What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, bringing you a new Mortal Kombat 1 video. In this video, we're going to talk about the characters that I'm looking at when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. We're only 2 days away from the early release. As long as you got the Premier Edition or Collector's Edition, you should have access. I'm one of those people because I'm not going to let these guys play 5 days before me. So, with that said, we are going to talk about the characters that I'm most excited to play when this game drops. Now, people ask me all the time, Honeybee, who are you maining in Mortal Kombat 1? Now, I don't like to say main because I haven't tried these characters. I don't want to say I'm going to use them and then not. So what I do say is I say who I'm most interested in. So this first category, it says main, most interested. Even exclamation point we're gonna put in there because we need to make sure it's proper. All right, it's not my main, it's the most interested. So I'm gonna have these categories. This is like a tier list maker. Shout outs to Brantley, who sent me a link for this, was saying I should make one, and I kind of thought, let's just make a video talking about it. It could be kind of fun. So we're gonna talk about all these different categories and where I'm gonna put these characters in terms of my interest levels for these characters, and if I think I'm going to be playing them or not. I kind of wish there was cameos on this too. It'd be kind of interesting to get into that. But either way, let's start. I'm going to just go in order. So we have, let me show you guys, by the way, where my cam is blocking. It's blocking these three guys, Reptile, Smoke, and Rain. So we'll get there. But yeah, we're going to talk about all these good things. So, Liu Kang. He's one of the two. He's one of the two. Cool, but not my style. Yeah, I'm not really, I think Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat 1, he has great damage. I've seen great damage combos from him. I've seen some stuff, but I don't know. Something about Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat 1, for me, just seems a little bit on the more boring side. I don't get thrilled when I see his gameplay, really. I've seen some cool stuff, but I don't know. I don't think he's that cool. And I don't think, he's not a character that I really find that interesting. I never played him in Mortal Kombat X or 11, so he was never on my list of characters that I wanted to try out. Honestly, I might just put him here, because I honestly don't really care that much for Liu Kang. We're going to go with the next one. So I have Kung Lao over here. We haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay of Kung Lao, but he's another one of those characters. Actually, a couple characters you'll find a pattern. If I didn't play them in Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 11, and they were in both, I'm unlikely to play them in Mortal Kombat 1. Because if I didn't play them back then, I don't really want to play them now. So I'm also going to be putting Kung Lao in here. Raiden, I will say, okay, Raiden, he was in X and 11. I didn't really play him in either. Maybe 11 a tiny bit. I will say he has some moves that look kind of cool. That gets me kind of excited to see him, but I'm gonna leave him in this category here. He's one of those characters I would need to see some crazy sauce. I would need to see some people doing some cool, sick shit with this character to make me be yo, let me try that guy because he looks nice. But as it stands, not that high for me. Geras, on the other hand, was a character that I was not that interested in. But when I saw the combat cast for him, he actually looked pretty cool to me. He had some really nice moves. He had some sick shit. And it made me want to potentially try him out. So I have him on my list of potentials. So we'll put him in the I'll give a try area. But I don't know how long it would take to give this character a try. Li Mei, not super interested in her. I will say, shout out to Daddy Dab that was putting out the Li Mei videos with the lantern combos. He's the first person I saw do that during the beta. That did have me looking at her and thinking that was cool and all, but I don't know. After seeing all the stuff that we're going to be having with this game, my interest in her is just not very high. And I didn't end up playing her in the beta, so I'm not really that interested to play her when the game comes out. So we're going to have her there too. Kitana, never been interested in Kitana. I just don't find her appealing of a character. So she's definitely going to be in that category for me. Mileena, on the other hand, I think is actually pretty cool. And we saw the launch trailer today that showed us a little bit of Mileena. She had a pretty cool combo in there. She's rolling in the air, sides are going, rolling on the ground, stabbing you, and using some Baraka blades and doing some of that stuff. That was pretty cool. So I'm gonna have her in this area because we're kind of interested. We're kind of interested in Mileena. Tanya, another one I could not care less about, to be honest. I don't really want to play her. Scorpion, another one not interested in at all. Sub-Zero, I will say, I did play Sub-Zero quite a bit in the stress test, and he was fun. He was definitely fun, and I feel like he seems like a good character. He feels like he's the type of character that will have options for like a lot of things. You know, with that slide, armored slide can get out of a lot of situations because of how fast it is, and if you couple that with a good cameo assist, you're getting good damage potentially to get out of gaps in strings, to armor through pressure setups, to do a lot of things, to get through zoning from full screen. So the ability to have that makes me feel like Sub-Zero is good, because then you also have like the clone that's great. He has overhead low mix-ups as well. He seems like a very strong character to me, and I did enjoy playing him in the stress test, but I just don't really intend to play him that much unless I'm playing a bunch of characters and finding that they all suck, which is unlikely. Then maybe I'd want to go back to Sub, but I'm gonna have him in at the top of my cool but not my style type of characters. Reptile. You guys, if you've come through the streams and stuff, you know I'm pretty excited for Reptile. I've been pretty excited for Reptile for quite some time. Actually, I've been pretty excited for him for quite some time. I love the reveal trailer for him. I love his human and lizard form attacks. I think that all looks amazing. The only thing that I'm currently lacking from Reptile, the only thing I'm lacking is like some really good sauce. Like, I did not see much gameplay of him because they haven't done a combat cast of him. All we saw was from the trailer. We saw a little bit of a combo in the last launch trailer. But we haven't seen a whole lot of him, and I haven't seen enough stuff from him that screams like, oh my god, he's gonna be broke, he's gonna be cheap, or whatever. But he just looks so cool to me, so he is like at the top of my list, and I'm just hoping that when I get my hands on the game that I'll go into training mode, and then I'll just have fun figuring stuff out with him, and it'll be a good time. But at this point in time, I'm really hoping to see some dirt with this character, because I'm hoping to like him. Smoke was also very high on my list. After I saw the way he was playing from like the breakdown that they had of his moves and stuff, I did find that he was looking really good. When they showed the gameplay match, it was like Smoke against another character. The other character escapes me right now, but they had a match that had them both going against each other, and we did see how all these moves and stuff were chained together for Smoke, and it was making him look quite good. And he was doing like meterless cancels. He can like pop a pellet, and now he's behind you. Invisible stuff going on. Like, he looked really cool, and he's definitely high on my list. I'm gonna put him in the super excited category because he's definitely up there for me. Rain, I'm really not interested, like, at all. I didn't really care for him in 11. I think his staff is just looking kind of weird to me in Mortal Kombat 1. And yeah, and he's like really a zoner, which generally has never been my archetype of character. At least that's the way they portrayed him in the combat cast, which makes me generally not that interested for him. But you know, to each their own. I'm sure there's some Rain people out there, and don't hate me, but I'm just not that interested in this character. Johnny Cage, I think, was really cool. I enjoyed playing him in the beta a lot. I was interested in playing him, and he's still pretty high on my list. I would say he's either at like the top of my I'll give a try, or at the bottom of my super excited categories here. Because he was quite fun when I was playing him in the beta, and like I can see him being a very strong character. I can also see them potentially nerfing a couple stuff about him, like the invincible nut punch amplified seemed kind of cheap, not gonna lie. So we'll see what they do with that, but I kind of feel like they might nerf him a little bit, but I could see him being a strong character, and I could potentially keep him in a lineup of characters. Kenshi, I think, was looking really, really good, like insanely good, but requires a fair amount of time to learn how to like properly use the Sento stance, and that's not something I was gonna do with no practice mode. With practice mode, it's kind of like I could, but I'm just not that interested in the character. So I do think he's cool, but not so much my style. So I'm having Kenshi over there. We have Baraka. Baraka, I was definitely thinking from his gameplay reveal, Baraka was sick. He was looking cool. He was cool, having cool moves. We saw a little bit of a match with, I think, Shao Kahn against Baraka, and we saw some more combos and stuff for him. We didn't get like an actual combat cast for him to like fully break down the character yet, and like what we saw in the match of Shao Kahn versus Baraka left me with leaving a little bit of something to be desired. I wanted to see some like high damage combo that was just nuts, you know, some crazy stuff. But I didn't see that. It doesn't mean it's not possible. I just didn't see that. So, you know, I have him in my I'll give a try area. Towards the top of it, I would actually put Mileena above Geras in my I'll give a try area of characters. We have Havik, who another character haven't seen too much gameplay, but I thought he looked sick from the gameplay reveal. He looked really fun, and yeah, he just looks really cool to me. So I'd actually put Havik like up here in my I put him in my super excited. Like he would have to be at the bottom of there or at the top of the I'll give a try, but honestly I think Havik just looks really cool. Like I would love to just do some sick shit with this character. I don't know about like maining him, but to have him as like, you know, a fun character to use for like viewer sets or whatever, just to make some content with him, I just think the character looks cool. So I do definitely intend on trying this character out. We have Ashrah, who I didn't find that appealing. Her gameplay breakdown I also did not find very appealing to me. Maybe it's like on launch we'll see someone doing some sick shit, and then maybe I'll change my mind. But at this point in time, she'll be at the top of my no thanks. I might even order these. Well, you know, we'll check it later. Sindel, I wasn't initially that interested in. The gameplay breakdown thing from Kombat Cast had her seeming pretty cool though, with like the cameo stealing abilities and stuff like that. That was pretty sick. But yeah, she's just not really like on my radar at all. Like at all. She's pretty low on that. Shao Kahn, his gameplay breakdown also looked pretty cool. They showed a lot of stuff, but he's just never been a character I found that appealing. So definitely in the cool but not my style category of characters. Shang Tsung. You know, Shang Tsung, I wasn't that interested in, but after seeing the launch trailer today, Shang Tsung was looking pretty good. I liked the way his combos were looking. It looked like he has this whole transformation stuff where he goes from like young Shang into old Shang. I've seen some stuff on Twitter that was like, I think Sonic Fox was saying something about that, and 16-bit was saying how like, I think Sonic was saying something about young Shang and old Shang having a different move set, and 16-bit tuned in saying that that's a good theory. So it's like, if that is the case, young Shang, old Shang having different moves, and you can steal like the souls of these people, and it looked like in the trailer Shang stole Liu Kang's soul, and it looked like a combo continued from that. So if you can soul steal and continue combos from it, that's pretty crazy. And then you put that up with Shijinko as well, stealing cameo shit. Now you got like this endless possibilities of character that would be really fun, I think, down the line when you know a lot of stuff about a lot of characters. Definitely not a character I would play early game, but down the line I could see it being a lot more fun to potentially test out. But right now he's definitely going to be in that realm of characters for me. And then we have Nitara. Now I will say there was another character that is not on this list, which got revealed today, which is Reiko. But Reiko, I'm gonna just tell you right now, he's not on my radar. Like, he looks like maybe a grappler of sorts, maybe a biohazard character, but I've never been that interested in that style of character. So Reiko, I'm telling you right now, he's in my no thanks category. Nitara though, man, Nitara, I was pretty interested in her before she was announced, because I just thought, you know, that a vampire bat lady type of shit would be a cool concept for a character. Like for me, for those of you that know me, Devora is the character that I would want more than anyone. She's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I mained the fuck out of her in Mortal Kombat X and 11, been playing her for essentially the last 8 years. And I wanted her in this game, but she's not there. And I don't know, something about Nitara just kind of, in a way, it's like she's kind of a monstrous, kind of creepy lady too. I guess there's that flies as well. I don't really see a whole lot of similarity when it comes to like the actual gameplay of the characters, but I just think Nitara is cool. I like the way her moves look, the way that she can air dash and stuff like that seems appealing to me. It seems fun. It's definitely up there for me. Like, I'm definitely interested in trying out Nitara, like when this game drops. I'm thinking like Nitara and Serena just seems like a match to me, right? Like fucking vampire lady with this like demon thing, that looks like a good combo to me. I might try that out. I'm not sure who I want as a cameo for Reptile right now, but this is essentially my list. I'm kind of like torn between the two right now. But Reptile's been the one I've wanted to play the most. Nitara's the one whose gameplay is most impressing me right now. But they're both definitely up there with, Smoke, Havik coming right behind them. Johnny, Baraka, Mileena, Geras. Yeah, that's basically like my thoughts on like where I would set these characters. Sub-Zero would be next. Shang, yeah. Maybe Shang, Raiden, Shao Kahn, Sindel, Kenshi, like that. And then maybe, yeah, Ashrah could be at the top of this list with, I would move down Liu Kang a little bit more. Tanya, we could put her up a bit. Rain can stay at the bottom there. We can put Scorpion up. We can put Liu Kang back. Maybe something like this. Yeah. Maybe something like that. With like, maybe Reiko would be like back here somewhere. Maybe Reiko would be like between Liu Kang and Kitana. But that's essentially my interest levels when it comes to like all the different characters in Mortal Kombat 1. If you guys have made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for tuning in, and Karen, to see what my thoughts are on the characters that I'm interested in and want to play. Right now, cameos, I'm really not sure about cameos. I'm not sure who I want to use for Reptile. If you guys have suggestions, what do you guys think would be a good cameo like assist that would partner well with Reptile? Leave a comment and I will definitely check those out, because I do want to try Reptile. And I do want to try Nitara. These guys are definitely top of the list. These top 4, I want to try them all within like at least the first couple months of the game. But like generally for me, I'm gonna spend a lot of time just trying to get into 1 or 2 characters, and I feel like that's gonna be these guys like right off the bat. But we'll see. I'm open to having my mind expanded by whatever people are dropping sick shit gameplay that I want to look at. So that's what we're looking at, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments below what are the characters you're most looking forward to, and give me some suggestions on who you think I should cameo with my Reptile. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.